Hello everyone, this is Santosh and welcome to Tech Design. So this is the sixth part in the suspension assembly. I have already uploaded 5 parts. You can see here this is the 5 parts. I will just give the link of this particular playlist in the description below, so you can check one by one. And this is going to be my sixth part, which is a front upper arm. So I'm going to show you how we can able to create this part in Unigraphics NX. So let's get started. So let's create that part by going into a new file, and here I'm going to select the unit as inches because all these models are in inches. So I'll just click OK and I'll just enter into a 3D model workbench. So once we are into a 3D workbench, I'll just go to sketcher environment on this particular right plane. Okay, I'll just click OK, and here we are going to create a simple circle. So we'll just go to circle and center this, and this is the circle, and I'm going to give the dimension for this. So this is 14 inch. So now we just need a 0.3 inch. So I just hit enter 0.3 and I'll just fit this. Okay, so this is our circle. I'll just finish the sketch. Okay, so now what we are going to do is I'm just going to extrude this, so along this direction. So I'll just select this and it should be in the opposite direction. Okay, and the extrude length will be 0.25 inches. Okay, so all the dimensions are in inches only. Please try to provide a dimension in the inches. Okay, so this is done. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create one more plane here. So for that I'll just go to plane, and on this surface, so the distance will be 0.8 inches. Okay, so this is the plane. So on this plane what I'm going to do is I'm just going to create a circle again with a same dimension. Okay, so the same dimension, either you can create a one more or you can just project it. So I'll just go to sketch and let me project this. So how we will do the project? So we'll just go to more here, project curve, and I'm just going to project this. Just click OK. Once you have projected, it will be associated with this particular circle, so you don't need to provide a dimension because you can see here sketch is fully defined already. So I'll just finish the sketch. So similarly what I'm going to do is I'm just going to extrude this. So I'll just go to extrude and select this particular model, and this is also 0.25 inches. So I'll just click OK. So then we need to do a one complicated sketch here. So for that what I'm going to do is I'll just go to sketcher environment. So go to sketch and select this model, click OK. So this is the sketch where this is the plane we need to create a sketch. Okay, so for this what I'm going to do is I'm just going to project some of the curves which I need. So I'll just go to project curve. So this is the project curve I need. So I'm going to project these curves. Okay, and I'll just click OK. So now you can see these are the projected curves. Okay, so now I'll just create a sketch. So this I'm going to close it. Okay, and then we need to extend this. So I'm just going to extend, and this as well we need to extend. Okay, and there is a one more rectangle over here. So I'm going to draw that rectangle now. Okay, so now I'm going to draw a rectangle here. So this is the one rectangle. I'm going to give the dimension for this. So this rectangle will be of 0.425. okay, similarly this is also 0.425. It's a square, not a rectangle. Okay, so now there is a line we need to draw. So that is a construction line. So what I'm going to do is I'll just draw this line here. So this is going to be my construction line, and we need to provide some distance for this. So for that distance I'm just selecting this line, and this line distance should be 0.867. 867. Okay, and then there is a distance here between this line to this line, so that is 0.158 mm, 8 inches, sorry. Okay, and then we need to provide a vertical distance as well, so we'll do it later. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to give a line here. I'm going to draw two lines. So this is the one line and this is the another line. So these two should be parallel to each other, so if you just select them, it should show parallel. Okay, and then similarly what I'm going to do is I'm just going to create a arc here. So this is going to be my arc from here to here. Okay, and here also I'm going to draw a line. Okay, this is the line, and similarly one more line here, and I'm going to join them. Okay, so this distance is of 0.315. okay, and this is also 0.315. so what we're going to do is we'll just select this and make it as a equal radius, and this point and this point should be coincide each other. Okay, now there is an arc, one more arc, which is this, from this to this point. It is an arc here. Okay, so this should be tangent between these two, so let us make it as tangent. And this is not a tangent, we have an fillet here, we will provide it later. And similarly we have a fillet over here as well. Okay, so this side what we are going to do is we'll just make it as coincide again. So I'm just going to coincide this and this. Okay, and also we have an arc here, so I'm going to give an arc, 3-point arc. So this is the first point, this is the second point, this is the arc. So again these two should be tangent, so let us create a tangency. Okay, and then there will be a radius of this 0.5. okay, and then whatever the center, this center is there, so it should have some distance with this line. So this with this point is of 0.163. okay, okay, so then we have one more radius here, so which is of 0.28728. so let's go to fillet and just make it as a 0.3. okay, and this is also, let us make this end also as 0.2. okay, so now whatever this is there is an arc here, so let's create an arc from this point to this point. There is an arc which is tangent to both of these lines, so let us create a tangency. Here there is already tangency line, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to create a tangency between these two. Click OK. okay, so now we have an arc here as well, so we'll just go to fillet. This is 0.365. okay, and similarly there is a 0.05 of fillet over here, so let's go to fillet, and this is going to be 0.05. okay, so apart from this there is an distance here between from this to this, so it is of 1.5 inches. okay, so now you can see our this circle is completely dark in shape. so we need to provide some dimensions for this. So for that, what we are going to do is we'll just go to this and we'll just provide this as a 0.125. okay, and now there are few more dimensions that are left. So for that, what I will do is I'll just give, okay, you can see this dimension is missing. So what I'm going to do is I'll just give this dimension as 0.125 plus 0.15. okay, similarly this is as well. So from this point to this point, it is 0.275. okay, so now we need to provide this dimension. So this is going to be 0.135. okay, so now you can see most of them are completely constrained. Only this thing is left over here. So for this, what I'm going to do is I'll just provide so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to give the dimension for this line as well. So this is also 0.315. okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to give the dimension for this. So this is going to be 1 radius. okay, and then this is going to be 0.8. okay, 0.75. okay, so now you can see our sketch is fully constrained. Only one movable curve, that is this curve. So we can just ignore that and we are going to exit the sketch. So we'll just finish the sketch, and here I'm going to create extrude. So now what I'm going to do is we'll just go to extrude, and instead of selecting this sketch, I'll just go to single curve with stop at intersection, and then I'm going to select this line. okay, because we cannot able to create an extrude with whatever the sketch we have created. So we just need to make sure that we will not have any other intersections. okay, so I'm going to create this and this. okay, so this should not be inferred, you just make it as a unite. So I'm going to unite with this, and we'll just make it as a symmetric, and this distance should be 0.1625 divided by 2. okay, and we'll just click OK. This should be 0.1625, not divided by 2. okay, you can just click OK. So now we are going to create a one more sketch. So for that, I'll just go to again sketch environment on this particular plane. I'll just click OK, and here what we are going to do is we are going to create a line. okay, simple line. So I'll just go to line here, and I'll just draw a line from this point to this point. okay, and similarly one more line which is parallel to this line. So I'll just draw from this line to this line. So these two are parallel to each other. So now we have a parallel, and we also have a distance here between these two. So this is going to be 0.13. okay, so now we need to project this curve. So these curves are required. So what I'm going to do is I'll just go to project curve. okay, and I'm going to project this single curve. okay, so this is the curve we need, and here as well this is the curve we need. We'll just click OK, and then we are going to extend this. So I'll just go extend this and this and this. okay, so this is extended now. So now we need to provide some angle here. So between this to this there should be an angle 22 degree. Okay, so that's all we have. So now there will be a distance here from this point to this point. So this point to this point we are going to give it as 0.18. Okay, so now our sketch is fully constrained and we'll just give it as finished. Okay, so we are going to extrude this on both the sides. So this is also whatever the distance that we have given here, 0.1625. I'll just copy it and I'll just go to extrude, and this is also single curve with stop at intersection. So I'm going to create this. Okay, and should be united with this, and we'll just click OK. So this is what the model we have got. Okay, it should be in a symmetric, so let us go and select the symmetric. I'll just paste this, click OK. Okay, so once this is done, we need to provide few edge blends. So what I'm going to do is I'll just go to edge blend here and I will just start providing a edge blend for all the model. So this is going to be 0.25. Okay, and click apply, and here as well you can just provide 0.15. Okay, and then this is going to be 0.0625. okay, click apply, and then we are left with one more edge blend on this side, so that is going to be 0.0625. and then we are left with a few more edge blends. So I'll just go to select the edge blend, and now the value should be 0.125, and it should be for this and for this. Okay, this is not united, so let us make it a unite. So for that I'll just go to unite feature, and I'll just go to unite these two. Okay, so now we need to provide a edge blend, so I'll just go to edge blend here, select this edge, all the four sides of edge. Okay, so this should be 0.125. okay, and then just click OK. So after this we also have one more feature here. So for that I'll just go to sketcher environment. So let's go to sketcher environment, and this is the plane that we need to create, and here we need to create one circle. Okay, so let me keep it as entire assembly and select this circle. So this dimension should be 0.375. okay, and then there is a distance here between this point to this edge, so it should not be within this edge, sorry, maybe this point to this, so it should be 0.158. okay, so now I'll just finish this sketch, and we are going to extrude this. So I'm going to extrude this with a distance of 0.415. okay, it should be united with this body. I'll just click OK. Sorry, it should be in the opposite direction, so I'll just make it as opposite direction. I'll just click OK. Okay, so now we are having multiple edge blends, so we'll just start providing one by one. So now what I'm going to do is I'll just go to edge blend. Okay, and I'm going to select 0.125, and here is the one, and on the bottom side as well. Okay, I'll just click apply. So next we have one more wedge blend between this edge. Okay, this is 0.032. You can just click apply, and next edge blend is on the same on the other side. So these two edge blends. Okay, so this is also 0.32. I'll just click OK, and then there is a one more edge blend which is on this. So this is also 0.32. I'll just click OK, and then we have one more edge blend here. So this is going to be 0.0625. You can just click apply. Okay, and then we have an edge blend for this and on the bottom side. So this should be 0.032. Okay, and click apply, and then we have one edge blend for this. So this is going to be how much? 0.032. Okay, click apply. So apart from this, again we have one more edge blend which is 0.032. So this is going to be that, and click apply for this. You can give whatever the similar kind of radius on single edge blend itself. So sometimes it will give an error, you need to take care of that. So I'll just give 0.0625 for this, and I'll just click OK, and my next edge blend is going to be this one. Okay, this should be 0.032. Okay, I'll just click apply. So once this is done, we need to provide a hole here. Okay, so for that what I'll just go is I'll just do a hole feature, and I'm going to select a hole, simple hole on this. Okay, on this center. So whatever the thread diameter, whatever the diameter of the hole will be 0.136. Okay, 0.136, and the hole depth should be 0.375. So the depth should be 0.375. Okay, and everything you can just keep it as it is, and you can just click OK. Okay, so this is the one hole we got, and we need one more hole here. So let's create that. So for that I'll just go to select this face, I'll just go to hole command. Okay, and this time the diameter should be, let me select the center. Okay, so this time the diameter should be 0.125. Okay, and the depth, what I'm going to do is I'll just make it extend till this. Okay, I'll just click OK. So now we have one more sketch. So for that what I'm going to do is I'll just go to sketcher environment. So let's go to sketch on this again top line and click OK. I'll just hit alt and then create a arc, otherwise it will create a constraints. So now this is going to be 0.3, and I'll just move this here. Okay, and I'm going to reduce this length. Okay, so now whatever the distance from here to this edge is, from this point to this edge is 0.18. Okay, and from this point to this point it is 0.08. Okay, and this you can just reduce it, and now whatever the distance from this point to this point is 0.5. Okay, and I'm going to reduce this. Okay, this is, you can just keep it as it is nearby, because since it is a rib, you don't need to provide all the dimensions. So once this is done, what you can do is I'll just finish the sketch. Okay, and then we are going to create a rib. Okay, so the rib command will be over here. Menu, insert, derived features, and rib. Okay, so I'm going to create a rib for this. So this should be parallel to section, and the thickness should be 0.0625. okay, you can just click OK. Okay, so once this is done, we just need to provide a few edge blends. So now let's go to edge blend again here. So this is going to be my first edge blend, that is 0.015 on both the sides. Okay, click apply, and then we have edge blend for this as well. So this is going to be 0.031. I can just click apply, and we just need to provide a one more rib here. So for that, well, I'll just go to sketcher in a moment, again on this top plane, and here what we are going to do is we'll just create a line from this point to this. Okay, we'll just click OK, and we are just going to rib command again. So we'll just go to menu, insert, derived design features, and rib. Okay, and the dimension remains same, you can just click OK. And for this as well, again I'm going to provide edge blends. So I'll just go to edge blend, and I'll just select this line and this line, this line. So this is should be 0.015, and I'll just click apply. And one more is this edge blend, so this is going to be our 0.031. okay, so now you can see our model is ready. So I'll just hit Ctrl W and hide everything, only show solid body. So this we are going to save it as a model, and we are going to use it in assembly. So this is going to be our front upper arm. So and one more lower arm will come, so that I'm going to take it in the next session. Hope you understand, guys. In case if you have any doubts, please reach out to me. Thank you.